Neil, thanks for having us here. I can't agree with you more. Just share one experience of mine. Last Sunday, I went to my wife. I got out early. My wife called me, wanted me to pick up a meal for her on the way. I went to this restaurant near Regaza. Yeah, I had never sat at the bar. I sat at the bar, ordered her meal to go. There was an older couple next to me. The restaurant on the back of their shirt, we ordered shirts also. They should hopefully be here. We have a meeting on Sunday, but it says vote no on question 5, so that the guests will ask. So the bartender did an awesome job. The older couple exactly said what you guys are trying to tell us, is that they said they thought they're doing a favor to the bartenders and servers. And when the bartender explained the complete opposite, and also the topic of tip pooling, said, we all build up camaraderie and do our service, and we do that to make our living, and now we have to share it with everyone. What's going to happen is that the employees, the bartenders and the servers will leave. They'll change professions. It just adds to the problem that the industry has been hit every single year. They're trying. It's awful. So I can't agree more. Question, Steve, I don't know if you can answer, is how fast this has gone through in some of these states. I mean, Chicago, the headquarters of the National Restaurant Association is just scary.
So a couple things. So the other side likes to highlight the 7 states that have voted to implement this. There's an important distinction. No state has ever voted to implement this. The 7 states on the western part of the country, when they first created their minimum wages in the 80s and 90s, they always had the same wage. So there was never a tip credit in those states. So to say that a state has actually voted to do it. Portland, Maine had a similar ballot question back in 2016. It passed. The servers actually went to town hall or city hall and said, this isn't working for us, and they reversed it. Chicago is where they had their first bit of success, but it was not a referendum from the people. It was a city council vote, and there was about, I don't know what the Chicago City Council is, but they got 51% of the Chicago City Council to vote to implement it. So the only place that has really been implemented is Washington, D.C., and I rattled off the stats there. So they are having very little pockets of success, but they've been rejected. They didn't qualify for the ballot in Ohio. The Secretary of State called the campaign a duplicitous goat rodeo. Arizona, they're getting sued right now. So they've been filing this for years, and they've been rallying around it, but they don't actually have any legislative success. The only ones that have actually voted to implement it are Washington, D.C. and Chicago. So it's not like they have all these states that have done it. This is the first statewide referendum on this issue across the country.
And I appreciate that. And do you have communication with the NRA? Are they trying to support those states' associations to battle this?
They have, yeah, absolutely. I mean, they have been financially contributing to our campaign, as well as this organization and the National Restaurant Association have been battling with each other for decades. Like this goes back to them. So they've provided resources, they provide research, they provide a number of different things.